Hey everybody, this is Matt Bergman. I want to share with you one of my favorite apps called Mentimeter that you can use to engage adults and students alike. So Mentimeter is free. You can go and check out basically how to use this through its website. It's just absolutely amazing what you can do. From a pricing standpoint, there is a free version and then there are paid versions as well. So the free version is great because you can use this for any size. You have content slides, which if you're used to PowerPoint and Google Slides, it's very similar where you can add text, pictures, quotes, etc. You have questions per presentation. So there are different types of slides out there where you can ask questions and receive answers from the audience. Now, when you're developing a presentation with the free version, you can only have two of these types of question slides per presentation. Then you could have a quiz. You could do that, five questions per slide, and you even have the Q&A feature right here, which I like. That's a great way to get some information from the audience. Now, you'll notice right here, as far as customization, you don't have that many options with the free version as you would with a more pro version, but it's okay. You can definitely use the free version and get a lot of bang for your buck. So first thing you'd want to do is sign up for an account. And once you sign in, you'll have this tab right up here called My Presentations. This is sort of like your dashboard where all your presentations can go. You can add a folder, and folders are great for keeping things organized if you're like myself. As you can see, this version right here, I don't have a whole lot of folders, but you could add those folders as well. Now, templates, you can see templates right here. These are templates that you can use. Some of them are free. Some of them you have to pay for. And then right here, you have tutorials on how to use it. I'm going to go right here to My Presentations. And let's say, for instance, that I'm making a presentation and I'm going to go ahead and create that. What it does is it creates a setup very similar to what Google Slides and PowerPoint have, where you have your slides over on the left, your content in the middle, and then anything to customize it over on the right. So if I want to add a new slide, there's different types of question types, right? So content slides, remember, you can add as many of these as you want in the free version. I'm going to add a title, and you'll notice that I can't add the content here. That's one of the biggest differences, is that you have to add content over on the right-hand side. So I'm going to say Matt's Tech. And I can add a subheading. Okay, so right here I have this. This is set up so that I can have this available. I can customize this by adding some different layouts, the advanced colors. Anytime you see this green green circle with a star, that's a paid feature. So you would want to not be able, you can't use that with a free version. However, layout wise, you can add some different content to it. I can add right here this tech presentation, but notice this is grayed out. And one of the reasons why it's grayed out is because I need to add a picture. So I can click right here to drag and drop, and I can go to the image library. Once again, some of these images are paid for, some of these images are free. So I'm going to use this one right here, and I'm going to hit save. I like that it adds alt text as well. That's really helpful, especially for students that are using screen readers. It's just a great accessibility feature. I can go right here and change the font size if I want to increase it or decrease it. And then right up here, I have themes. So themes are just like what you see in PowerPoint and Google Slides, where you can create a theme and change the different colors. Now notice, if you want to create your own, that's a paid feature, but there are many free different options right here that students can use. So I'm going to do this dark presentation theme and just go ahead and close out of it here. All right, so let's add content. So one of the first things that I'd want to do is I would want to possibly get everybody to brainstorm some of their favorite tech tools. So I'm going to go right here where it says Word Cloud, and I'm going to add my content. Okay, so what are your favorite tech tools? I have the number of entries per participant. I can have participants put in, 1, 2, 3. I could add an image if I want. I could even allow them to put in content multiple times. It's really up to me on what I want to do. Customization part, I can customize the way that it looks, but I'm really not going to worry about that right now. I just sort of want this set up. Next, what I might do is I might ask for people to participate in another way, such as adding a scale. So these are some of the popular question types, but I do want to break this down for you. So the content slides, you can add as many of them as you want. The question types of slides, remember, you can only add a limited number. So the popular question types, you can only add, between 2 and 5, depending on what it is. So I'm going to add this scale right here. And with this scale, I'm going to say, tell me. And you can see right here, I'm comfortable. Okay, so these are just 3 different statements. Now you'll notice right down here, I have where you can agree, disagree. This is a slider chart, and you could even do other types of charts as well. So I'm going to leave it as is right there, and then I'm going to add another slide. Now check this out. Because I've added the maximum number of question slides, so where I'm getting participants to add to the conversation through adding text to the word cloud, going through and measuring how they feel in the statement, I have no more ability to add any more interactive questions. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. However, right here, content slides, I can go through and I can add content slides. The quiz competition, I can add quiz competition slides up to 5 different questions in the free version if I would like. So I can do that. I'm actually going to right click or secondary click and just delete the slide. I'm going to hit delete, and I can move things back and forth if I'd like. I'm going to add one last slide, and that is I'm going to add a quote. And so right here, okay, I'm going to add a quote. All right, so next, how do you actually get people to participate in this? Well, there's a couple different ways you can do this. One of the easiest ways is just to hit present and have people go through and add the code right up here. That's one way. Another way is to copy the link and send it to participants. So whatever your presentation style is, I'm going to hit escape to get out of this. And so I'm going to get out of the presentation right here. One of the other things too is I can even preview this to test it out. But let's say, for instance, I want to give this to participants, and I can even download the QR code too. So if you wanted to make this a mobile type of thing, you can actually have participants go through and they can participate this way as well. So let's give you what it looks like on the participant side and also the actual presenter side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to present it. I'm going to open up right now. I'm going to open up an incognito window to sort of show you what this looks like as a participant. Okay, so here it is. I'm waiting for my teacher to go through and to move the slide. So as the teacher, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say, okay, I got everybody. All right, we're ready to roll. Let's go ahead and let's start advancing this slide. So I can just choose advance the slide, and I can say, okay, what are some of your favorite tech tools? As a participant, whoops, I'm going to go back. As a participant, I'm going to see this right up here. So I could say, oh, wow, I like Mentimeter, I like Quizzes, and I like Google. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. Now, what will happen is all of that content is going to pop up on my screen as a presenter. So this is great. Now, some of those stragglers that are coming in late, guess what? They can put in this code right here by simply going to menti.com if they are struggling. Now, another thing I can do too is I can go right up here in the top right-hand corner and I can open this up, and this is more like a presenter view, which is kind of neat. I can see all the content right up here. If I want to do that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of that, and I'm going to go advance to the next slide. Okay. So you'll see right here, I can reset results. I can show the layout. So for example, if I want to reset my results, I can just do this. And I can reset the results for the entire presentation or just the slide, and voila, it resets it for my participants. Okay, so now what I can do is I can actually advance to the next slide. And let's say, for instance, I want participants to tell me how comfortable they are with technology. As a participant, all they have to do is drag where they feel that they are and hit submit. This will give me a summary of all the different participants, what they're seeing, and I can even go right here and I can get a layout of, okay, how many people? It'll tell me one person, one person, one person. So as more participants participate, I'm going to get more options there. So I'll go to the next slide right here. This is just a content slide. And once again, look at this. And I can say, oh, I really like that. And I can put a heart. And check this out. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, you can get how many people actually like that. So gives you that social media feel. So that is how Menti works. I can close out of my presentation. I can simply exit out. I can. There's so many different features right here. I can simply get out of that presentation. I can hit escape. I'm going to hit escape again. It goes back. And now what I can do is I can actually close out my presentation. I can even manage the results. I can reset the results for just a slide. I can reset them for the presentation. I can view the results for the entire presentation. There's so many different features, but that is just a basic overview of how to use Mentimeter, and hopefully that helps. Enjoy.